The missile rose into the sky, exactly as planned, a spear of fire cutting through the morning clouds. But within seconds, something shifted. A vibration, a warning, a single fault that would turn a routine test into a national emergency.
In the early 2000s, nations around the world were racing to develop faster, smarter, and more precise missile systems. Every test mattered. Every launch carried both political weight and technological risk. The Defense Ministry in this story had been developing a new long-range naval strike missile designed to give surface ships the ability to strike targets far beyond the horizon. It was meant to be a breakthrough. Higher accuracy, smarter guidance, a safer launch system, and a new propulsion stage. The test site was a remote coastal range selected for its isolation and controlled environment. But even the most controlled environment can fail when the unexpected happens.
At 0640 hours, engineers completed final checks. Telemetry links were green, weather conditions were clear, and the missile stood ready on its launch pad. Observers positioned along the coastline waited for ignition. At 0645, the countdown began. 10, 9, 8. A roar of fire erupted from the booster. The missile lifted smoothly, stabilizing as its guidance fins deployed. But at 400 meters, the first anomaly appeared. A sudden roll to the right. Sensors detected conflicting flight control signals. The missile's onboard computer attempted to correct, but each correction made the oscillation worse. Within seconds, it became clear. The guidance system was fighting itself. Controllers issued an abort signal, but the missile ignored it. The engine continued firing as it veered off the planned trajectory, swinging toward open ocean in a widening arc. Then came the worst moment, an uncontrolled dive. The missile plunged downward at high speed, striking the water far closer than expected. The explosion sent a shockwave across the bay, rattling observation posts miles away. Smoke rose from the impact site. The test range fell silent. A mission designed to showcase advanced technology had ended in failure and near disaster.
The missile, prototype naval strike system. Type, long-range surface-to-surface strike missile. Propulsion, dual-stage solid fuel. Guidance, inertial plus terminal seeker. Range, classified, documentary approximation, long-range naval strike envelope. Launch platform, coastal test mount, ship version planned. What went wrong? Investigators later identified 3 critical factors. 1. Faulty flight control module. A guidance chip produced conflicting commands. 2. Software timing error. The stabilization loop was not synchronized with the actual inertia data. 3. Emergency abort system failure. The abort signal was issued, but a fault in the communication relay prevented the missile from receiving it. Comparison with rival systems. Modern naval missiles rely on redundant processors, multi-path communication, real-time diagnostic checks, fail-safe abort mechanisms. The failure proved how even one small flaw can compromise an entire launch.
The investigation team reconstructed the test frame by frame.
All evidence pointed to a single moment, just 2.8 seconds after liftoff. A tiny component, no larger than a coin, sent an erroneous signal. That signal triggered a chain reaction of corrections, overcorrections, and system confusion. It was a vivid reminder. In missile engineering, perfection isn't a target. It's a requirement.
The failed missile test did not end the program, but it reshaped it. Engineers redesigned the entire flight control architecture. New, redundant processors were installed. The abort system was strengthened, and the software underwent complete restructuring. A year later, the missile flew successfully, and eventually it entered service, stronger, safer, and more accurate than the earlier design. Failures, when investigated correctly, become blueprints for progress. In the world of modern warfare, even the most advanced technology can falter. But every failure tells a story. Every malfunction teaches a lesson. And every breakthrough begins with understanding the risks. Subscribe for more real military history and modern defense stories here on Vanguard.